When was the first time you used cannabis?
13 years old.
Tell me about it.
Just got off the school bus from junior high school. I think I was in the 7th, 8th grade. I was with a friend of mine. His name was Jeff. I trusted him real good. He was like my neighbor, a good friend of mine. And he was telling me about a friend who had some green. If I wanted to try it. Keep in mind, you know what I'm saying? I never even smoked a cigarette yet. So I was like, yeah, why not? Whatever. That's just my attitude to everything. And we rode our bikes across the neighborhood to the friend's house. Some older cat came out. I guess he's the guy that had the green or whatever. I can't really remember what kind of green it was, but they rolled up a blunt. They were passing it around. And they passed it to me. And I hit it. And I hit it again. And everybody's looking at me. They're like, dude, you're not inhaling. I was like, what? What are you talking about? They're like, look, man. Let me show you. So my friend took it. He hit the weed. Inhale, let it go out. He's like, try that. So I took it. It's better that way, I guess. And then I was high as a kite. I don't remember too much after that. That's all I know.
How did it make you feel after that? Did you feel that you had done something wrong, or?
I was worried about when I got back to the house, if my parents would notice, I was asking my friend, my eyes red, dude. I know they're red, man. I look high, he's like, no, you'll be good. I was like, all right. I walked in the house, and I'm going through my head, I'm thinking everybody knows I'm high. I'm like, man, they gotta know. They gotta smell it on me, even though I threw a bunch of, sprayed a bunch of cologne or whatever. So, nobody ever said nothing. I was like, hey, I can work with this. So, I just kept smoking. That's how I first started. No bad consequences. And I was like, hey, this will work out. And then chill, laugh, man. Some good times.
How does cannabis help you today at 29 years old with life?
Man, I don't know where I'd be without it. I'm so glad that they're finally passing laws where, I lived in California where it was basically all the way legal there, and I needed it to help with my anxiety. I got bad anxiety issues, from trauma and stuff like that. And, instead of taking, antidepressants and all this crap that really don't work and it's a waste of money, and I think probably screws your head up worse anyways. There's nothing better than cannabis for anxiety, depression,
And what are some of what are some things that have happened to you that have maybe caused some of that anxiety or depression?
I had 2 family members that passed away this past Thanksgiving. Last Thursday, it was 1 year since my brother passed away. And right before he passed away, my sister-in-law died,
His wife.
his wife, and you know, that was like my best friend and my brother. And I loved his wife, and it just really did a lot to me mentally. And
What else had happened?
That's probably the main things, you know, is, you know, that I had to deal with. You know, I had a lot of issues with having a lot of nightmares, you know, about, you know, weird, crazy fights I got into in the past, a bunch of stupid stuff I did when I was younger, being in, you know, I've done a little bit of time and whatnot. And it helps with nightmares and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Cannabis helps me, you know, I guess they call it PTSD, where you have nightmares of some crazy stuff that happened before. It helps. There's nothing that helps better than cannabis. CBD. With that.
Can we talk in closing? And thank you for sharing. It's so awesome. Can you talk a little bit about what you're going through now and how it's helping your current situation with what's going on now?
Yeah, definitely. Well, right now, when I came back to town, I went through some things and I had to go to the psych ward and they put me on disability. So right now, I haven't been working. And, you know, nothing's worse than, you know, sitting around and not having too much to do. And, you know, that's when, you know, your mind can really go places you don't want it to go. And what helps with that better than anything is, you know, cannabis, CBD.
Well, specifically what I was talking about was more so could we talk about the methadone clinic and the Suboxone stuff, the painkillers, and how it's helping you in that way too? Not just psychologically, but physically.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I used to have very serious drug problems. You know, I was on I probably tried just about everything, to be honest. You know. And this past couple of years, I've been, you know, trying to get clean, you know. And I tried the methadone clinic, you know, get off of, you know, heroin and stuff like that. I've been doing the methadone clinic for the past year. I go see a doctor. He gives me some anxiety meds called Klonopin, and I use cannabis and CBD. And it keeps me from having I haven't had a relapse. You know, everything in my life has gotten better. I bought me a new car. You know, I've gotten closer to my family. You know, we don't be arguing. Everything has gotten, you know, better at home, and life in general has gotten a lot better.
That's awesome. I think most of that is just because you're a strong man and you're strong enough to get through your past. I think that CBD has definitely helped you in some areas, but I think that your doctors and you and all of y'all are just like on the same team, and that's dope. That's really dope that you're working through all that traumatic stuff that happened to you. Lastly, can I ask, why are you okay with being so open with it when so many people it's still taboo, even CBD, even though it's not marijuana? Why are you okay with talking about your benefits in public?
Well, you know, when a lot of things happen, you know, I wouldn't say I'm very popular, but I grew up in the same city, a small city, my whole life. So basically everything you do, everybody finds out anyways, you know. So I've gotten used to people knowing my business anyways, and honestly, I'd rather, and if my story can help anybody, you know what I'm saying? That's what motivates me to get over the fear and, you know, and try to be real on camera, you know, be real. And I'll just try to be real, you know. There ain't, you know, because there's no point in keeping things on the inside, you know. Because one thing I've learned, everybody's been through something, and not that many people judge when it's something serious, you know. And we tend to think everybody's real judgmental. You know, people joke around a lot when it's not serious, but if it's something serious, I've noticed that people are willing to give a hand, or, you know, willing to listen or whatnot.
Well, thank you for being open, man. I think that people are going to benefit from it, and we're just beginning. We'll keep documenting.
All right. Sounds good, man.
Sounds good, man.